Hi, if you regularly experience swelling of your fingers, your hands, but you haven't had any lymph nodes removed or have not had any damage to your lymph system, then this short video might be very helpful for you. Hi, my name is Christina from Healthy Steps, where it is our goal to provide you with tools and techniques and resources to support you in your unique wellness journey. And I've been practicing manual lymph drainage for the past 10 years. So this video is not intended to treat, diagnose, or prescribe. It is for educational purposes only. So today I want to share the reason why some of our clients experience swelling of their hands and their fingers, and then some of the things that they do to help alleviate that. So the lymph vessels are really a collection of tubes, right, that carry the lymph throughout the body, and then it's all collected and then it's dumped into the heart for the lymph to be processed with the blood. So I always call the lymph system the garbage disposal of the human body. So that's what it's doing. And when it comes to our arms, this is the pattern of the lymph vessels, or the lymph flow, is on the top of the arm, it collects, and it goes over the shoulder, and then it goes along the collarbone or the clavicle, and then it goes towards the center. On the bottom of the arm, it collects from the bottom here, and it goes up towards your underarm. And then from the nodes in the underarm, it collects, and then again, it goes towards the center of the body. So what I found for people who are dealing with the swelling, like their wedding ring, they can't take it off at the end of the day. One of the big reasons why they're experiencing this swelling is that there's a blockage somewhere. Their vessels are being squished. And a lot of the times that blockage is due to tight muscles, and it's restricting the flow of the lymph. So I want you to, just kind of check out your muscles here and see what you think. So your deltoids, they're right over here on your shoulder. So feel them, press into them. Are they a little tender or tight? Another area where the muscles can restrict the lymph flow is the trap muscle, right here. So if that's an area that's consistently tight and tender on you, that might be a culprit. Another muscle group that can cause restriction in your lymph flow is your pecs over here. So just grab your underarm here. Is that tender or tight? That might be a culprit. Or the other area is this triangle. There's a bunch of muscles in here, tiny ones that cause lots of problems. This is called the scalenes. So if you press into there, is that tender or tight? So if you have tightness in any of those areas I was talking about, it could be tight muscles that are restricting the flow of the lymph. And a lot of people who have tight muscles there are people who are maybe on the computer, right? They're hunched over on the computer. Maybe they're looking at their iPhones, or maybe they just they've fallen into some bad posture. So look at what's happening. See how that's restricting? So that's going to restrict those muscles and restrict that lymph flow. So the first recommendation I have for you is go find a massage therapist who is a neuromuscular massage therapist who can palpate those muscles and see if it's really, if that could be the cause. And get some work done to help relax those muscles and to help open up again. And that really does help. So we're not talking about relaxation Swedish massage. We're talking about neuromuscular massage. And sometimes that's not the most fun and enjoyable session, but it's very helpful. Okay, something that you can do at home to help yourself is manually move your lymph system. And remember how we talked about all the lymph collects here, and then it collects along here, and then it dumps in towards the center. One way to stimulate the lymph system in your whole entire body is by working on this area above your clavicle. And it's so easy to do, and it's really a great health benefit. So to do that, you're just going to take your fingers and hook them over that clavicle. Just hook them over. And now, once your fingers are touching your skin, don't pick them off again. They're always going to be touching. And we're just going to hook over your clavicle, and now you're going to pull your skin towards the center of your body, towards that clavicular notch right here. So you're going, it's down towards the center moving. So you're going to pull, hold, relax. Pull, hold, relax. And if you do that a couple of times, hold, relax, you might start feeling some weird sensations in your face. And that is your lymph system moving. If you do it some more, you might actually feel some pulling in your ears if you have any congestion in your ears. And then if you continue doing this, you might actually feel some pulling in your sinuses. And if you are experiencing swelling in your hands and your fingers, you might feel some tingling in there. It's really, things are starting to move. Okay, so that's what you're going to do to just start stimulating your whole lymph system, but perfect because this is going to stimulate the movement here. Now, if you're having problems in your fingers and your hands, I'm going to say another idea is to work here and then go on the inside of your elbow. Just put your whole palm on that joint. And again, all we're doing is we're pulling the skin, pull, and then relax. Pull, and relax. So nothing should hurt when you're doing this. There should be no pain at all, but there might be some tingling or some weird feelings as that lymph starts to move in the distant fingers there. Okay? So do that. What you can do is you can do this 10 times on your clavicle, work on the inside of your elbow, do that 10 times, do the other arm 10 times, and then come back and just clear things out and do your the clavicle 5 times. And see if that's helpful for you. Okay, oh yes, now I don't have nails. If you have nails, we don't want to do this because then you're doing acupuncture, right? Don't want to do acupuncture. So instead of doing this, take your hands, cross them, and you're going to put your fingers along your clavicle, along that collarbone here, and then another hand here. And I just tuck my thumbs in, and now I'm going to do the same movement. It looks like I'm strangling myself, but this is what we want. Ready? So my skin is touching the palms of my hands are touching my skin, and now I am going to just keep that touch, and I'm going to pull towards the center. I'm just pulling my skin, and then relax. So let's pull, hold, relax. Pull, hold, relax. Pull, hold, relax. So just a good reminders is this should never hurt. If it's hurting, then stop. And the whole goal is to pull that skin and always keep contact with your palms on the skin. Don't lift up. Just pull, hold, and then relax. You let the skin bounce back. Pull, relax. And by the way, this is supposed to be very good for any wrinkles. So it's a great benefit all around. If you just want to stimulate your lymph system in general, if you have any issues going on with your ears, your sinuses, way helpful. And then also, if you just go down a little bit more and you work in your joints here, it should help get these things, get this moving. So if you have any questions, feel free to put any questions below. And if you have any thoughts or if you tried it, what your experience was. I would love to hear it. So in our next video, we're going to focus on the feet and the lower part of your body. And we'll talk about why, in what area of the body there might be some congestion to cause your feet or your ankles to swell. But until then, here's to your health. And I tell you what, this is feeling so good on my sinuses. I need to do this more often. So we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.